Windsor's Country Mornings with Cordell.
How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Good, yeah, real good.
Been a long time. Where are you in Alberta right now?
And yeah, just
Yeah.
home. Just had a bunch of ball going on with my daughter over the weekend. My other daughter's playing volleyball right now in nationals, so I might head up and see her play here this afternoon.
Were you athletic back in the day?
Yeah, believe it or not, yeah, I was a baseball player. So I played in a pro baseball league out of high school. So I went to Australia and played there. And I actually wanted to be a ball player. That was kind of my dream, but well, didn't work out. This has been fine, so this works.
Yeah. It's all right. It's been okay. Were you did they try to draw you into cricket? Is that big? Is that big
Yeah.
in Australia?
Oh yeah, cricket is. Yeah, we've been touring over there. I love cricket. I've tried it out and I like it. But obviously, I moved back to uh, Alberta when I was 5. My mom's from Alberta, so my mom and dad split. So never really had the cricket bug here in Alberta. But baseball and hockey. Played a ton of hockey and football in high school and all that stuff.
I'm getting out of breath just thinking about it. I think we have a similar build these days, you and I.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think. So first off, it's great to announce that you're going to be coming back to Windsor, Essex. You're going to be playing the Harrow Fair. We're very excited about this, buddy. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I love that area of Canada and being a part of it. So it's kind of odd. I'd never even heard of the Harrow Fair all the years I've been playing music. So yeah, it'll be my first time there, and I'm looking forward to it.
That's great. You have done something here, and I had to listen to it because I couldn't believe it a while back when I first saw it, and that is a cover of the Tragically Hip Sweet Kings. And you know, Owen Rigling or was it Josh Rod? One of them also did a cover recently on streaming of a Tragically Hip song. What is it about the hip? Because I have said for a long time now that a lot of the songs from the Tragically Hip could translate to country today.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, iconic, rock band worldwide. I've been a huge hip fan my whole life, so it was like people hear a hip cover from a guy like me, like, wow, like they probably would have never guessed it. But, Wheat Kings, really, all that acoustic guitar intro stuff. I mean, all you really needed was a steel guitar in that song, and it could have crossed over to country pretty easy. Our version's a little heavier, but when you're covering a band like that, it's a bit nerve-wracking. I mean, I don't really love social media or do much on it. I mean, I'm on it a bit, but there was some I'll call them trolls or whatever they want to be on there, voicing their opinion of don't touch the hip and don't do that sort of thing, which did enter my mind when we decided to do it. But I had the blessings from the band to do that song, and I mean, and you don't really need that. I mean, you can cover any song you want once it's cut, but obviously out of respect for them, I talked to their management and told them what I wanted to do. And they haven't really chimed in on it, but I've heard they've really liked the version of it, so that was a bonus for me. And yeah, just something that I was always thinking I'd do. Cover songs nowadays seem to be popular. They seem to be coming back, songs that.
Big time.
So, I'd never done one before, and naturally you'd think I'd do something country, but yeah, that was kind of the one that we'd play the hip live, like we'd play a few songs and they go over well. So that was one that I definitely thought would be right up, a bit of my alley for the sound of it. And yeah, I think it turned out great. Lots of people are liking it. So it was really fun to do, and it's going to be a lot. We're actually going to be playing in Kingston here in July, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I think that we may just end up playing that a little bit here on the radio too, because
Yeah, I never was never intended to release to radio, but I thought, hey, if they want to play it, great. And I mean, yeah, give her, that'd be awesome.
absolutely. Um, just getting started sounds like a fresh beginning for you, and you've been doing this now. How many years are we into the career now,
Yeah,
Gord?
it's my 25th anniversary, so
Wow.
it is wow. It's like, it's crazy when you think of how fast it's gone by, so it's like, and I feel like I'm still loving being in the music business. I still love recording, It's exciting now because the the sound of music that I love and started recording in the early 90s is now on its way back in with, Zach Top and these artists like Jake Worthington and some of these. It just seems like it's taken another turn back to the 90s country sound again, which for me is exciting. People have always said, "Hey, how long are you going to do this for?" I'm like, well, I mean, I don't even look at it as a job. It's fun. It makes a living for me and my family, and I've been very fortunate that way. But I don't even know if you ever retire. I mean, I see Alan Jackson just played his last show, but
Yeah.
for me, we're just gonna play a lot in the next few years, release of music has obviously become a lot different. But I might slow down in a few years, but we've got no intentions of not putting out music and keep going. So this tour here is kind of spanned over 2 years, celebrating 25 years. And we're pretty much playing everywhere and anywhere, from small little towns to big festivals to, you know, bigger markets. We've got a whole bunch of different ideas of how we're going to go on tour and a whole bunch of new music, which is, been sitting there waiting for a while. So I'm excited.
25 years, if you could go back and tell your younger self, what to expect, or I guess not necessarily what to expect, but if you could give some advice to your younger self from 25 years ago, what would you tell young Gord Bamford who's just starting off in his music career? Maybe it could be something that's a little bit different than what you've done, or it's just something to expect so you were better prepared.
Yeah, probably just enjoy every minute of it because, like I said, it's gone by so quick. It was like from all the award shows and being fortunate to win in all the awards and playing all these great opening slots for some of your heroes to finally getting out there and doing your own thing. And I mean, that was always my goal. It was like it's way super exceeded what I thought it would ever be. But I mean, my goal was always to just make a living playing music because I liked it, and selling a hard ticket across the country for at least 500 people that wanted to come see me. And I felt like if you could do that, you would make yourself a good living. You'd have a lot of longevity in the business and be, kind of a household name in country music, no matter how long it took or where you were. So, we did that and then some. We're getting set to, we haven't done like a cross Canada tour in about 4 years. We've kind of just been
Wow.
spotting all these shows, especially in Western Canada, with our bus and everything we have, just weekend work. But we are getting set up, in the next, 18 months to a year and a half to do a cross Canada run, a little more broke down. But that was always my goal, is just get out and be able to sell 500 tickets to people that wanted to come see you play. And yeah, it's really worked out through all different walks of life and how it went down. But, and the songs were always, really straightforward. We kind of swayed away a couple songs off the mark a little bit, but like I said, it's really exciting right now to be back into the 90s country feel because we've got a boatload of that stuff coming. So yeah, I mean streaming's really changed things. I think for me it's fine. I mean, it's just bringing more fans into my world. I think it kind of hurts the newer artists. I mean, it's getting out and cutting your teeth and touring. It starts and ends with people wanting to see you. So, having a boatload of a catalog that I have to go out and play, 2 hours worth of songs people know is a huge thing for me. And I think I'm really lucky that that was the case when I was going over the last, call it 20 years, where it was strong and the way to go. It's right now it's a chess match and how you release music and who's going to pick it up or is the radio going to play this one? Like that's stuff I'm having to get used to because it wasn't like that, for me. But we're just going to keep putting out what we think is great and what we think engages with our fan base and continue to roll down the road.
And the competition is much bigger than it ever has been as well. You had an interesting perspective there because, I kind of feel like maybe in some ways, it might actually be easier for some of um, uh, the acts that are heavy on socials because it seems like now when you're getting signed, at least to a record label, maybe not so much for an independent artist, but certainly for, if you want to get a record deal these days, it seems like you got to come in with like already a made following.
Yeah.
They want to see that, how many people are following you on Instagram and on TikTok and,
Yeah.
and socials. And there's not as much having to go through that it seems like, maybe I'm wrong, of having to cut your teeth and go through the grindstone and do the touring and do the live show after live show. Um, is it from that perspective a little bit easier for some?
Maybe I mean, it's easier for singer songwriters or people that want to be in the business to get their music out for the world to see. Obviously, with socials, they can put it out there, but I think the longevity of it is really hard, and I think that is cutting your teeth and playing, and the only way you can do that is by having, being able to sell a ticket or getting on a tour with somebody. Which nowadays, like all these newer artists, like I would say, like if you're going to put money into marketing, jump on a tour with someone, get in front
Yeah.
of people. That's the key, is to get out and play in front of a fan base where you can do your thing. I mean, that's how it happened for me. I mean, George Canyon had come off Nashville Star, and I got to go out and, me and a guitar player across the country, and he was selling out 2,500 seat theaters. And I had to raise money to go on it. There was no money to be made, but, got in front of that fan base, which was great for my genre, and really took off from there, and then just kept building it. I also think it's exciting times for an independent artist now. Like
Yes.
I've been an independent artist my whole life. I mean, I've had partnerships I had a great partnership with Sony for obviously 12 years. It was amazing. And they're great to work with, but, had some that weren't so good, but I've always been able to control my own destiny because I've always had my own skin in the game. And that's been really important for me. And sometimes you see some of these new artists that get these record deals, but they're gone in a couple of years, and I'm sure that's not what they want. So I would I would hesitate to sign on to a major label these days. I would be real careful and what you're signing on to and what you're going to get, and how long they're going to be there for you, because they seem to just be. I mean, look at all these TV shows, that they're happening, building stars. And
Yep.
if you really look at some of when that started, the big act like Carrie Underwood's blowing up, and I mean there hasn't been a lot. So it is a business. I will caution people out there that it's a business, and it's a tough business and very cutthroat. So just make sure you know what you're doing and have good consultation, and believe in yourself and do your thing.
Gord, we can't wait to see you. We're so excited to have you coming back here. And I know you said you haven't really heard too much of the Harrow Fair. It's been around for a long time, and now you get to be part of that history. We're very excited for that. Before we go, I've asked every Canadian artist this year to give a message of unity for Canadians from one coast to the other. What would you say to Canadians to bring us all together?
Well, I mean, we're in one of the greatest countries in the world, if not the best. So just like it's, be proud of it and stick up for it. I mean, there's everybody should be entitled to their opinions. Doesn't matter what it is, whether what you want to be or who you are or how you look. I mean, you know, a candid conversation is okay, but when we start battling with each other, I don't think that's a good thing. I think we need to be on the same page, whether we're not on the same page, and just be a proud Canadian. I mean, there's lots to look forward to in this country, and a lot of people want to be here. So I just feel fortunate that I'm one of them that lives in this country, and will continue to support it in any way I can.
Always a class act, Gord. We look forward to it. We'll see you real soon, my friend.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, Cordell.
It's Windsor's Country Mornings with Cordell. Weekdays 5:30 to 10 on Windsor's Country.